Hello, boys and girls. We are here today with our good pal Dush Wang,
I'm Dosh wrong. I'm him.
and we will be drawing Ethan from popular internet webcomic Control-Alt-Delete. We are using Adobe Fireworks today because it is a webcomic, and Adobe Fireworks is made to do web graphics. See what I did there? All right.
It's pretty clever. All right.
So we're just gonna take this a little slow. Just don't want to get too intense with this. We want it to turn out good, but we don't want to. Right. All right. So
I'm a
you go
I,
on.
I'm a big fan of the webcomic of Control-Alt-Delete. I like the webcomic. I read it every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. It used to be Saturday too, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, Tim Buckley is an artist, and you can't rush art like
exactly. I
like
mean,
like we've just been over. We
yeah,
right.
you have to take your time with that kind of thing. I mean, he does all the art, he does all the writing. He doesn't have anyone helping him. It's just him. He uh he does all of that. Yep.
Yeah, and something that I really appreciate about Ethan's character design is that he's really got that kind of spunk that you need in a main character.
He has he's a complex
He's
character.
got wit. He's got
He's a
wit.
fun
He's got
character.
manliness. He's if I were a woman, I'd fuck him. I don't know.
He's somebody that all of us guys can relate to. I mean, a lot of us, like to drink. We like to have sex with women. We like to, you know, grope them every now and then. That's something we can all get down with.
And
It's
those are all activities that Ethan enjoys all the time. He gropes his girlfriend, cute gamer girl Lola, pretty commonly. We can see that in every few strips.
Now Lola is an interesting character too. She's she's basically the only main female character, but she's a tough girl. She's sarcastic. She's sassy. She doesn't take any of Ethan's shit. When he gropes her, she hits him.
I believe you can see some of that in the opening to Control-Delete, the animated series. You can get a little preview of that.
The animated series. I'm a big fan of that. I bought all of the episodes. It was like $100. It was totally worth it. They're very funny. They remind me of a Family Guy, which is
Yeah,
it's a cartoon I love.
yeah.
And
I also appreciate Family Guy. Something I appreciate more though is the pacing in Control-Delete.
yeah, the strips, they don't go too fast and they don't go too slow. They go at a reasonable speed. They go from A to B, and it's a smooth ride.
Just like that like week long strip, the space ones, faggots in space, I believe it was called.
Yep, that was a story about Ethan McManus, space archaeologist. He was a space archaeologist, um, and he was in space.
Doing things that you would expect a space archaeologist to do.
He was in a ship with his smart ass bot. They were flying around.
Yeah, yeah. Tim Buckley is very good at drawing space. If you will notice.
It is. I haven't seen such an accurate recreation of space since the last episode of Star Trek I watched.
Which is a very classy show, might I note.
It is. There's some references to Star Trek and to other pop culture in the webcomic, in the animated series too.
Uh, what I do like about the animated series is that it really brings through. You can really hear the characters. I mean, it's not like this is, you know, just some actors that they hired, and that these are really like these are the people. These are the characters that you know what I'm
They're, they're,
saying? They're,
they're
they're
good at their roles. They are, they're involved. They're believable.
yeah. I mean, if I had, if somebody said, well, what do you think Ethan would sound like? I'd say that guy.
Exactly, man. I mean, if that guy started talking to me, I'd be like, fucking hell, I'm being talked to by a character from a webcomic. And it would take me a few minutes to figure out what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
I'd probably be kind of late getting to work. I'd have to wait an extra few minutes to get my coffee from Starbucks in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
It would be pretty inconvenient.
Yeah, I had to wait to get my coffee from Starbucks when I was going to the Digital Overload in 2008.
Yeah, we went to that together. We had a road trip there to Digital Overload. It was a lot of fun. We met a lot of interesting, vibrant people. We met some cosplayers. They were cool.
Yes, yes. We at CTRL-ALT-DEL enjoyed many types of culture, including the Japanese culture, as you can see in the third strip, in which Ethan encounters a ninja who he's speaking definitely an Asian language, and also the ads on CTRL-ALT-DELETE.com are often anime related, and
There was
we love anime.
We do love anime. There is an early strip that references one of our favorite animes, which is Escaflown, Escaflown, which we have watched a lot of. We've seen it all. We watched it together. There was a marathon. We watched
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yep, yep. It's a good show. It's not quite as good as the animated series, CTRL-ALT-DELETE, the animated series, but I mean it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's enjoyable, I guess. The animated series, man, I love that. I just love it.
But how about that Winter Mess, huh?
Oh, that's the fictional holiday that the guy behind Control-Alt-Delete, Tim Buckley, came up with and then attributed to one of his characters. It's it's an interesting blend of the webcomic and of real life. It's a new concept. It's something that hasn't been done before. It's very creative.
And as you can see here, I'm using the Arabolica font, which is somewhat reminiscent of Metal Gear Solid 4, which is the only good game for PS3, as our protagonist, Ethan, would constantly remind us of, maybe. Maybe not. I mean, maybe he has some other opinion on this topic, but I'm sure he has an opinion.
He has a lot of opinions. His robot, his Xbot, made a reference to being ignored like a PlayStation 3 would be, because there aren't very many good games on the PlayStation 3, so you would ignore it.
Yes, I've always been a fan of the Xbox, and I do not care for the PS3. It's not a good system.
I would probably pay like $5,000 for an Xbox robot. I think Tim Buckley could start making these. He could make a lot of money.
And it wouldn't be as expensive as the PS3.
No, it wouldn't.
But yeah, we're finishing up this Ethan here. He's looking pretty good. This is how the concept art for Ethan actually looked when Tim was done with it originally.
He showed us that at Digital Overload. We were there, and he showed us some of the concept art.
Hmm. Yeah, it was a really great experience. I had fun talking to him. He's a really nice guy.
He is. He's interesting. He's passionate. He's funny. He's a good person.
But that's pretty much it. This is our Ethan, and this is Butts,
And me.
yep, this guy right here, and we'll see you on the YouTube.